Hello you lovely people and welcome. Yesterday I released a review on the Miltech Supercarrier Pro. Now it's come to my attention that it's not as complete a review as it should have been. Now I'd like to apologise for that because I think I rushed it, got it out way too quickly, and I should have just taken my time. And because of that, I didn't cover as much as I could have done, and also I didn't make it look as good as it actually is. Now, so I need to apologise to Miltech Simulations for that, and to everybody else for delivering a subpar review. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the bits I missed in this one. I'm not going to do it all over again because it's all done in the other video now and way too many people have seen it, so I'm not just going to pull that and redo it again, but I will go over the parts that I've missed. So the first thing I'm going to do is going to bring the manual over, and this is available from Miltech's website in the support section. Now this gives you everything you need to know, obviously, being a manual. Gives you the introduction, glossary, disclaimers, known bugs, tricks, shaky camera, bug, product support, and then we get down to the meaty parts of the actual manual. So obviously you get the first part is the toolbar at the top, and it gives you the control tab, and then you click it. All you have to do is click it and it gives you everything that you need to know. Just to add that teleporting is experimental at the moment. I tried using it a few times yesterday and it ended up busting the steering on the Phantom, so the videos took a lot longer than they should have done. Me being lazy and not just landing it on the deck, I just tried to teleport. But just so to be aware that the teleporting is an experimental feature at this point, and then it covers again the quick taxi, aligned to wind, multiplayer auto sync, operations, catapults, elevators, and then down through there the included ships. Now I said that the Independence class was part of the package. It's not ready yet. Like Charles de Gaulle, it's coming fourth quarter of this year. So the Charles de Gaulle and Independence aren't available at this moment in time. And just to be clear, all of this is the Supercarrier package. Any ships that come in the future may end up being payware add-on to the package. So just bear that in mind. It's not just going to be freeware update every single time. So we've got the Nimitz, got the Ford, Arleigh Burke, Ticonderoga, and then these two incoming in the fourth quarter of 2023. If we scroll down a little bit more, we've got worldwide locations. Got a moving static map here, and this will cover all the carriers that are in the package, and you can see there's quite a few. Some of them in quite key strategic locations, like off the coast of Vietnam, Gulf of Oman, the Baltics up there, and the Med. And if you click them, it'll tell you where it is. It gives you the ICAO number, or search for looking it up in sim, what carrier it is, and if it's static or moving. So that's a nice feature. Comes with flight deck equipment, tells you all about the catapults, JBDs, elevators, arrestor cables, and the hangar bays. More on that as we get to it. And then approach and landing gives you a NATOPS approach there on how to do it properly. and the circuit breaking in and on the finals. And then it tells you all about the Fresnel lens optical landing system, or FLOLS, and how to read that properly. And then also the long range lineup system, which I didn't cover yesterday either, but all the information is there. So the light at the end of the ship, if you're steady amber, indicates aligned with the centre line. An increasing rate of flashing indicates that the aircraft is deviating away. Green indicates an angle of deviation towards the starboard side, and red indicates an angle of deviation towards port. Pretty simple, really. Then you've got the instrument approach and communications equipment. The TACANs, there are TACANs for some of these carriers, but only the static ones. Nimitz class 78X, and Ford class is 79X. So any static Nimitz, any static Ford, put in those TACAN codes, you'll find your way to it. Also with the ILS, statics only. So Nimitz is 110.905, and then for the Ford we've got 109.905. Again, find a static carrier via the TACAN, plumb in your frequency for ILS, and there you go. It makes it nice and easy to come into the deck. Gives you that visual help, as well as looking at the carrier as well. And then you've got the ATC for the carriers. Again, statics use the stock flight sim ATC, and your ATIS as well gives you the frequencies to tune into that. Obviously most of the time people just use it to automatically plumb in, but if you want to do it manually, there's the frequencies there. But that's for statics only. For anything else, there is the Miltech Simulations Discord, which has been made specially for this package. Now I'm just going to go run through the channel quickly just to show you what it's got. Events, updates, features, locations, manuals and frequently asked questions, support. Then general section, we've got general screenshots, show your score. If you make an approach and you get a good score and you feel like you want to show it off, why not show it off in the Discord? Everybody else's. Mine tend to be negative scores. I end up in the hangar bay going through the deck because my approaches are awful. Then Miltech squadrons, I think that's a work in progress or something for the future. Location suggestions. Then you've got carrier ops, you've got flight plans and ready rooms. And then come to the real world ATC. So for the moving carriers, that's what these have all been designed for. So you've got all the Fords and their locations. So all you have to do, plumb into this Discord and start chatting away. Anybody else in the area at the time will hear you making your approaches, or if there are already people on the deck, you can communicate with other players that way. And also if you're working as a squadron and you're in a private session with friends, then you plumb into these and you can also do that. So we've got Nimitz as well. Not being used a lot at the moment, if at all. Obviously it's only the second day of it being released. But yeah, that's where your real world ATC will be lying and waiting for you to make your communication. So we're going to close that, get rid of the manual, and we're going to come back in game. I had a look at opening filters and looking at static carriers for ILS and TACAN. It doesn't show it on there. I've only been able to find it in the manual so far, so just be aware of that. Okay, so what we're going to do next is look at the hangarage on the deck, no, on the aircraft carrier, and that being they're not complete on the static carriers at the moment, but they are complete on the moving carriers. So my task now is to find a moving carrier, get on the deck, and then show you a tour on that deck and into the hangars and just show you what I've missed. So let's get on with it. Right, so we're on the USS Ford out in the English Channel, and as you can see, pretty much the same layout as the static ones with the Arleigh Burke and Ticonderoga escorts. Now, I've already moved the lifts into position. We're going to go down and just have a quick look inside the hangar. Again, excuse the movements. I don't have my Xbox controller plugged in. This is all purely done by keys. So inside the hangar, it's very busy, I must say. Some nicely modelled F-18s. This one's from the USS Ronald Reagan, apparently. And yeah, looking down the hangar, very busy indeed. All nicely modelled in parked up positions. E2, F-35C and F-18. We've got some crates here with fuel tanks in, and barrels. On this lift we have a tug of some description, or a tractor if you want to call it that. F-18 and an E2. Going down a bit further, it's a bit extremely busy down here. My F-14 is just above my head, so excuse me if it gets a bit noisy. And we've got lockers, look like crew lockers, hard hat signs, very nicely modelled inside, I've got to say. The attention to detail is extremely good. Even the little tool sets, nicely done. And these F-18s look brilliant. E2 tucked up in the corner there, even with the canopy open there, all detailed inside, lovely. So yeah, this is what we were missing yesterday in the previous review that I did. And then we go another clear lift there. I'm going to bring up the controls and we're going to make our way up again. So again, up here, Supercarrier, go to the control section, and we are on this lift, I believe. Nope, not that one. And not that one. And apparently we're on neither of them. Anyway, we're going to make our way up to the deck. I guess they can only do maybe one at a time. I don't know. But they should be moving. So, here we are with my F-14. Turn those ones off, see if that makes a difference. No, it seems to be stuck down. Okay, well, what I'm going to do now is just do a launch from the Catapult with my F-14. I had it all started up ready for when I came back up. So let's jump inside the cockpit. Okay, so we're back in the cockpit. Let's see if we can turn the ship into the wind. Okay, that was a bit odd. shifted me quite nicely. Okay, never mind. Right, let's get to the catapult. I'm going to choose this catapult here. We now have a crew. In fact, that's going to be quite nasty because there's some people just standing around on the deck there, so they're going to get run over. Sorry guys, just going to plough through you. In fact, we're going to go over to this one. Change my mind, cancel that, we'll go to this one. Okay. If we can get this all nicely lined up. Stop. Okay. Launch bar. Over there. Okay. And we want to get the wings swept all the way forwards. Okay, so sweep all the way forward and get some flappage down. Okay, we're going to tick yellow. Parking brake is on. Let's wait for these guys to finish doing what they're doing. Okay, I believe that's all good. We're going to throttle up now. And salute. And off we go. Gear up. Flaps up. And away we go. Right. So that is the parts that I missed yesterday in my review of the Supercarrier Pro. Hopefully that's covered everything now, for now. And again, apologies for the stuff that I missed, and I'll try and be a bit more thorough in the future. Anyway, you got this far, thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate all the kind comments that you've been leaving. But until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. maybe unsafe deviation, but at least it's better than the pancake I delivered yesterday. Whew, things can only get better.